This enemy thrives where there is poor leadership. It thrives on corruption, and it thrives in those places that have turned their back on God. Our mission today is to start the irreversible journey of defeating this enemy, of kicking this enemy out of Machakos forever. It is the beginning of a journey to deliver our people back to the land of prosperity, the land of plenty between two rivers that God has destined for us. My brothers and sisters, it is now 12 years since our third president, His Excellency Mwai Kibaki, led the nation in promulgating our new constitution, a constitution that gave birth to devolution. Devolution was intended to bring government services closer to the people. It was intended to create a more equitable formula for the sharing of the national cake. It was supposed to be the cure for unequal development. Every region was to receive and manage its own resources and chart its own development path. The tragedy that we must confront today is that after 10 years of devolution and over 110 billion shillings later, Machakos County still is not working. Healthcare system, healthcare services are not working. Urban planning is non-existent. Revenue collection is inefficient. Education standards are amongst the lowest in the Republic of Kenya. And our people literally are not working. Our young men and women, who make up 35% of the 1.4 million people in Machakos County, feel neglected. They feel left behind. Parts of this county have seen little or no development progress over the past decade, and in many others, development projects have been left abandoned, unfinished. In our Meet the People tours, we have come across abandoned stadia like the one in Kinyui. We have found incomplete ECD classes in every ward. We have found medical ambulances on stones. We have found empty boreholes. We have found neglected dams, dilapidated markets, and other mismanaged development projects that are too many to mention. Is this really the way we want to live? No! Is this really the way we want to live? No! For how long will we complain about the poor conditions in our hospitals? For how long will we accept that our mothers should continue to die while giving birth in public clinics? That no drugs, no functioning emergency services. For how long will we accept to see our doctors, nurses, hospital staff, community health workers treated like third-class citizens? For how long? When will we stop this song that we have no water? Today, as we are seated here, 6,000 strong from the 8 sub-counties of Machakos, Auditor General of the Republic of Kenya has said that Machakos County has the 5th highest level of debt of all counties in Kenya. 2.8 billion shillings is owed by the county to suppliers, to contractors. That is 2.8 billion shillings that has been taken away from our local economy. 2.8 billion shillings that has been taken out of the mouths of businessmen and women from Machakos County. These pending bills have destroyed countless of our local business people who were unfortunate enough to win tenders from this administration. That is why in many of our markets, newly built public toilets in market centers are closed. They are padlocked and they are unusable because this is the only way that our local contractors can hold the county government to account. It is a shame. It is a shame. It is a shame. The same report by the Auditor General indicates that our neighboring county of Makueni has pending bills of only 6.3 million shillings. Jameni, where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong? I must confess to you the reason why I want us to unite and chase away this enemy called the poverty of the mind. It is because I want us to build a new Machakos, a Machakos that embraces its status as Kenya's fastest growing metropolis, a Machakos that takes advantage of its diversity to create wealth and opportunity for its people, a Machakos where rural farmers and urban businessmen thrive in equal measure, a Machakos where our children will grow to achieve their full potential, a Machakos that is respected and admired by Kenyans as the place where public services and public resources work for the benefit of the people. Ndugu zanguni, I feel it is important for each one of you to leave this venue this afternoon having fully understood why Team Waita na Suluhu is the best option for the future of Machakos. We are resolute in our intentions and we are purposeful in our actions. We will deliver for the people of Machakos a new direction and a brighter future. Under the administration of Waita na Suluhu, you will see water flowing again through the Yatta Faro all year round so that farmers can grow enough food to feed our people. Under our administration, we will ensure from the lowlands of Masinga to the highlands of Kadiani that every household has access to sufficient clean water for drinking and for farming. We will tackle the issue of water scarcity practically and sustainably for the future. The coffee sector will become a true source of wealth and employment for our people. We will provide seeds and support to our farmers to plant avocados and macadamia nuts in Kadiani. We will show them how to create wealth. We will provide value addition services for pulses, zuu na zingine, fruits, mangoes, oranges, to bring back the prosperity that existed in the days of Kenya Orchards Limited. We shall invest heavily in restoring our livestock sector by modernizing our abattoirs, by providing our farmers with access to improved breeds and veterinary support for all types of livestock, whether it is chicken, goats, or cows. Our administration will revitalize our health sector by fixing the basics, from empowering our community health workers with the right equipment and with their stipends, to ensuring that each sub-county has a fully functional, well-equipped and properly staffed level 4 hospital. To the people of Mavoko at the river, I want to promise you this. We will build you a new level 6 hospital in keeping with the population. We must match the needs of a rapidly growing population. And because I have promised you, we are managers, we are not politicians. We will work with elected members of parliament, irrespective of their party affiliation. We will complement their efforts to improve the performance of our schools, offer unique county level scholarships and bursary schemes, We will increase our KCSE university transition rate from the current 13%. Na munisikize kwa makini. Machakos County transition rate from Form 4 to university is 13%. We are 6% below the rest of Kenya. We are 6% below the rest of Kenya. It is a shame. It is a shame. We will invest heavily in vocational and technical training and work with local businesses to ensure that every year a minimum of 5,000 apprenticeship opportunities are given to our young men and women. We will provide a facilitative environment for small, medium and large enterprises and use the full power of our public and private sectors to create thousands of jobs by attracting commercial and industrial investment, transforming agriculture and extension services, creating market linkages, related processing industries, and boosting tourism. Under the tenure of Waita na Suluhu, you will have a Machakos tourism services, because we know that the crocodiles in Masinga can make us money. We know that from Stony Athi to Mudwani, we have a blessed resource of wildlife. From Lukenya, we must protect our biodiversity, and we will only do so by creating opportunities for the tourism sector. Kenya will rely on Machakos to provide the new frontier of tourism. We, Waita and Suluhu, have committed to creating real opportunities for our young people by promoting sports and arts. We will make sure that that people's park is used every day. Let people go and sing. Let them go play football. Let our girls play netball. Let us create champions from our children. Let us give them the opportunity and the resources to exercise and explore their talents. Ladies and gentlemen, we will make the public service more efficient and productive by automating our revenue collection. Hakuna guesswork. Ladies and gentlemen, when I started this journey, I was walking alone with my thoughts and my aspirations for Machakos. Along the way, I came across fellow journeymen and women who shared in my dreams. We united and joined forces to create the unstoppable movement that you see before you today. Florence Mwangangi and I are simply the face of a movement of people who are fed up of gambling their future. The mission to liberate our county from poverty is bigger than the two of us. It represents the hope and dreams of every right-thinking resident of Machakos County. That is why it is too late for us to turn back. It is too late for us to walk away or to surrender the future of this county on account of political blackmail and intimidation. Na mnisikize kwa makini. To those people who seem so hell-bent on derailing our quest to serve the people of Machakos, I say this to you: let the people decide. Distinguished members of my party, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, the path we have chosen to walk shall not be easy. They shall call us names. They shall try and deceive the people that we are not political enough to lead. But we must always remember that we cannot dream of this transformation unless we take this message to the people. Whilst our opponents ridicule for our big dreams, we must respond by going to every home, every village, every market center, and every town in all corners of our county, from Kibwani to Nzioka, from Joska to Tsunami. Let the people hear the gospel of delivery and development. We have exactly 122 days to inspire our movement and to deliver our message. Let us not waste one single second. Fear no one but God. We have gathered here today 6,000 strong from every corner of this marvelous county. Different communities, different religions, different clans, but one people. We have placed ourselves in the safe hands of custodians of our faith, so that we may seek God's blessings for our intentions and for the people we seek to serve. We know that this is going to be a difficult year and a difficult election, but we take courage that with God by our side, that along the journey, He will shine a light on our path and protect us from all adversities. He will deliver us to the promised land, full of many contradictions. On the one side, it is blessed with great wealth and resources, whilst on the other side, it is plagued with extreme poverty, hunger, and desperation. When you cut through the length and breadth of our county, you will witness the thriving industries in Athi River that generate billions of shillings every year. You will see wonderful houses, expensive cars in our urban centers, but no more than 50 kilometers away from those urban centers, you will see our mothers, our sisters, our grandfathers walking for tens of kilometers on dusty roads with their old donkeys looking for water. You will see thousands of poor farmers with failed maize crops littering the landscapes, destined for another year of hunger and handouts from the government. You will see young children who haven't eaten a meal for days, who have never seen the inside of a classroom, and whose parents can barely afford to put clothes on their back. Yes, this is our Machakos, the good and the bad. What is even worse is that we as a people have come to accept this situation as being normal, and we believe that nothing can be done about it. It is in this belief that the real enemy of our people resides. The enemy goes by many names, but I will refer to it today as poverty of the mind. This is the worst type of poverty because it paralyzes us. It convinces us that we cannot help ourselves. It convinces us that we must elect criminals to lead us. It convinces us that stealing public resources is acceptable if it benefits the people who are close to us. It convinces us to lose faith in the Almighty and to seek comfort in our own beliefs and misconceptions. Nimetoka, nilipewa idhini ya kuja kusimama kwa hii kiti ya Machakos na Mheshimiwa Rais Uhuru Muigai wa Kenyatta. Lakini akaniambia ukienda kuongea na watu wa Machakos uwapelekee ujumbe fulani, kwa sababu zile vitu ambao nataka kuwafanyia watu wa Machakos, kwa mfano barabara ya Chumbi dual carriageway paka Machakos town. dual carriageway mpya kutoka Ruai mpaka Kangundo, barabara ya kuanzia Tala Donyo Sabuk mpaka Ekalakala. Itabidi ushirikiane na serikali ya kitaifa. Kwa hivyo uambie wananchi waanze kujipanga, kwa sababu sisi tuko ndani ya mrengo ya kisiasa tunaita Azimio. Acha nisikie Azimio. Najua mimi nimezoea kutafuta kura zangu mimi mwenyewe, lakini hii lazima niitafute. Rais wa 5 mtarajiwa wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Raila Amolo Odinga. Ujumbe imewafikia. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki.
Wakati mimi niliona tuko na qualities ambazo ni similar, mimi na Nzioka Waita, nikasema nitakuja chini yake na nitakuwa mdogo wake wa kumsaidia, na kwa sababu mdogo wake hata ndiye mtu wa mkono, tunaelewana hivyo. Deputy head teacher si yeye anagawa chaki, si yeye anafanya duty roster, si yeye anakuja kuangalia kama mambo ni sawa ya discipline, especially kwa students. Mimi nitakuwa mtu wake wa mfanyikazi, na niko na njia ambayo naweza kushikilia kiti chochote ambacho nimepata, hata ikiwa ni cha ukarani, bora Machakos isaidike. Na huu ni uongozi, mkitujalia, mkitukubalia, ni uongozi ambao utakuwa umeweka Mungu mbele kwanza, na ni uongozi ambao utaangalia kila wakati Mungu anataka nini, ama Mungu anahitaji nini juu yetu kama viongozi. Kuna ile maxim ama msemo unasema, service to humanity is service to God. I will ask the designate governor, kwa ofisi yake hiyo iandikwe in bold na iwekwe hapa, iwe makumbusho kwa sisi na wafanyikazi wale wengi wote wa kaunti, waelewe kwamba tumche Mungu ndio tuweze kufaulu kama kaunti. Na hii ni swala ambalo mtaniruhusu niongee, kwa sababu nilikuwa na watu wananishika mkono nisimame kama governor wa kaunti ya Machakos, lakini ikafika wakati nilipoona malumbano ya kisiasa, nikasema wacha niongee na familia na niongee na wale wengine wachache wale walikuwa wananishika mkono, kwa sababu huwezi ukaita watu 5,000 kama hao tuko hapa ndio muweze kujadiliana. Na tukaona kwa sababu tulikuwa tumetumiwa ujumbe kutoka kwa nyumba ya Nzioka Waita, kama tunaweza kufanya pamoja. Na tukasikiliza pia kilio cha watu wa Machakos wengi wakisema tumetezeka. Wakati umefika tubadilishe uongozi wa Machakos. Tutafute watu ambao watafanya kazi kama managers, kama CEOs. Tuache mambo ya siasa katika kiti cha governor, kwa sababu ni kitu cha muhimu sana, ni kiti cha muhimu sana. Na nikasikiza, nikasema kuna wakati unafika ile ambao ni haja yako unaiweka kando kidogo, na kwa sababu haja yangu ni kuona kazi Machakos inafanyika na kuona watu wa Machakos wamesaidika, kwa sababu najua miradi iko pale ambao tumekubalisha, development plans ziko pale chungu nzima, budget tunapitisha kila wakati ndio ifanyie kwenye kazi, lakini kazi haifanywi. Nikasema ikiwa hiyo kazi itafanywa kupitia mimi kuwa running mate wa Nzioka Waita, nitafanya hiyo, nitakubali. Kwa sababu nimeangalia Nzioka Waita na nimeona ni mtu ambaye anamcha Mungu, kitu cha kwanza. Na hilo ni jambo lao mimi nalishikilia. Nikaona pia mtu ni mtu mnyenyekevu. Nikaona ni mtu ako na heshima kwa watu wengine. Nikaona ni mtu hata sauti yake ukikosa kusikiliza vizuri hautasikiliza. Yani ndio kuna kelele.
Nataka twende door to door tuitishe kura ya hawa ili tuwe na governor ambaye ni timu ambaye they are professionals. Watu wanakuleta maendeleo kisioni kitu cha Machakos. Watu ambao watalete maendeleo hapa. Watu ambao wataleta hospitali. Watu ambao watalete barabara mzuri. Watu ambao wataiba pesa yetu. Wataangalia pesa yetu isiibiwe na wafanyikazi watu wa kaunti ya Machakos. You must stop corruption in our county.
Ile kitu tunahitaji sisi walemavu, sisi tunajitokeza sana kwa sport. We need our own kitty for sports. Saisi kama vile tuna beg huku kwa Mutua mpaka miaka 10 imeisha. Hiyo sisi hatutaki. Because Madam Sulu, unajua kila financial year 10 million ilikuwa inaketiwa aside for persons with disability. Sisi hatujaiona hata shilingi hata moja. Acha niseme ukweli, because we are forming the government and I'm putting the government in order that you must care persons with disability in your desk. Ukikataa kutuweka, ujue sisi tuko na familia, tuko na mabibi na kuna miaka ingine 5. Sisi tuko tayari kukuunga mkono ile kitu, angalia disability.
God have Mr. Fix-It in the name of Nzioka Waita, and we don't have another company that earns in this country more money than Safaricom. And not only that, our president saw Mr. Fix-It in the name of Nzioka Waita, and he was called to State House. And I'm not politicking, he has performed. This man has been a performer. A good governor in our situation must be very courageous, because what we realize for this county. I think that's what God has seen in Governor Nzioka Waita. He can perform, he can make us work. We have never seen this before, because we have seen a man of God, a man who wants to be prayed for, and a man whom we are sure can perform. Machakos is endowed with good land. Machakos has a capacity to feed this country, to house Nairobi, because it has 2 rivers passing through it. Machakos County can give us what we needed. But without a good leader, without a manager, without a governor, a good governor, you're not going to make it. That is why I've come out to set the stage. I want to request you to go out of way to unite the Kamba people. Because Kambas are hardworking, Kambas are very patient, Kambas are very promising, and like one of the qualities of a good governor, Kambas are very religious.
We have had cases coming to our offices, like from the early child, the nursery schools, ECDE schools, where issues of salaries have been an issue. These teachers, they are never paid regularly. Once they come to our office, go to represent education from the tertiary institution to the basic, the early child. When we ask the county government, those who are involved, they tell us because there are some documentations which are not these people have not produced. When we push for the salary to be paid, they pay 1 month. They don't pay their arrears. Those are some of the challenges. I'm just trying to highlight the challenges we are getting the Ministry of Education. We have also had issues whereby the bursaries have been given, but we never get to know how these bursaries are being given. They never even invite us when they have their political rallies to give bursaries. One time I get crashed one meeting in Mumando, and in fact I invited the director of the G at that time. Now she's retired, Madam Shamsa Mohammed. We went there, but it was all politics. In fact, the Director of Education was not given time to speak, and she's the custodian of education in this county. In the next 2 weeks, we are going to have a document which we can share so that we can give this one to our members who are 15,000 in the county. We want to be serious in this time round. The 15,000 teachers, members, teachers in the county, I know you know that we may not be in the platform doing politics, but we can whisper. We can whisper to the parents. We are saying the 15,000, if each one whispers to 20 parents, 20 voters, how many votes are those? 300,000 will be home and dry. When you get to the office, Your Excellencies, I want you to take County Education Board seriously. Send us a minister to sit with us so that whatever we say there, it comes to you. And then I know you partner and you do a lot for this county. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you.
We have had county government 1, or the first county government, and now we are the second county government. There's no one day the governor has ever sent his minister to sit in our board. He sends some junior people from the Department of Education. That is one challenge. We normally have so many activities concerning the education sector. Like we have conferences for the principals of secondary schools. We go to these conferences in various venues. We have conferences for primary school aides. We have conferences for the debut aides. There's no one time we have had a representative from the county government in these corridors. We also have some activities, the co-curriculum activities, like the sporting activities, science fairs, such activities. There's no one time we have not seen the representation from the county government in these activities. And it is very true, just a trophy of 5,000, two trophies for the winning teams of maybe 10,000. And somebody is sent for the county government to come and give motivation in these activities. We have never seen this for the last 10 years.
Sometimes, wakati naangalia Machakos, naona Waita hapa na Suruhu, na ninaona they are competition. Seriously, in Machakos, you have no two choices. You only have one choice. Unless watu wa Machakos mnataka kuingia kwa shimo, you don't have choices. You only have one option. And that is Waita and Mwangangi. I am trying to look at an alternative. There is no alternative. Now the people of this country, watu ya Machakos, watu wa nchi hii, hawatawasamehe if you are not going to give us the best pairing in this country for the seat of governor. Watu wa Machakos, Waita, kama ni Safaricom mambo inakwama kidogo, mahali yote inataka thinking, strategy, Waita anaitwa. Mambo inakuwa shabu. Hata mahali airtime inatengenezwa anawekwa hapo. Ya Safaricom. Uhuru anaona hapana, kama nchi itakaa sawa, wacha nishukue huyu jamaa kutoka Safaricom nimpeleke State House. Anampeleka, maneno anarainisha. Mwangangi the same thing. If you want to fix anything, just get Florence Mwangangi. And you are not going to be wrong. Please take to these two people, and the Machakos will be an example and a model for devolution in this country. Here kwa shimo, you have a gift from God in these two people. Mimi sasa vile nitafanya, Madam Mwangangi, Madam Suruhu, wanawaita ni kwenda kuwaombea na tuambie hata nchi hii iwaombee, na watu wa Machakos wakumbali kwamba they don't own you. Watu wa Machakos